So about a year ago, AKG announced their first ever truly wireless earbuds called the N400s. They were a new release that they were planning on making to help accommodate their N700NC M2s and also their lineup of consumer products. Now me at the time, I made a video about it talking about how excited I was to check them out, but there was one problem. AKG never released the headphones. They only released them in certain areas and regions of the world, but they never released them globally. And of course, with the new Galaxy Buds coming out every 6 months and with new earbuds and innovation continuing to drive, I thought we were never gonna see this. However though, a year later, flash forward to Black Friday of a couple of weeks ago, and the AKG N400s have finally made their way globally and were at a very good reduced price and are still on sale, if I may say so myself. So I picked them up the first chance I got. I've had the pleasure of using them for the time that I have, and I'm here to tell you guys though, despite a lot of fixes and positives that they have made with these earbuds, it is a very hard sell because of how much wireless earbuds have changed and also the timing. So the N400s are a very interesting pair of wireless earbuds. I say that with all my headphone reviews, but each pair is interesting in its own respects. And these are no different from any earbuds that I've used. However though, being that they are made by the manufacturer AKG instead of it being marketed by Samsung, these have a very good footing right off the bat. If you know anything about AKG, you will know that they are a very legacy heavy bass sound. They are all about quality and they are one of the last long known companies of audio manufacturers out there. So there's a lot of things riding on AKG, but there's also a lot of things that I'm going to tell you in this video that will affect your purchase decision should you buy these. And I'm not saying this to not make you buy the product, but you need to know these things before you purchase. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at them. So inside of the box, you get your wireless earbuds, which we will discuss in just a second. Inside, you also get an interchangeable amount of ear tips with also some ear hooks. You also get a free pair of Comply memory foam ear tips, which is actually my first positive because not many earbuds actually give you memory foam out of the box. So I really do like that from AKG. So that's a very good sign when the packaging is nice and giving you extra. Another thing that I also see in the box is of course your paperwork. You also get the earbuds themselves, the charging case, and lastly all the paperwork and all that good stuff. Taking a look at the earbuds themselves, starting with the charging case, this thing lives up to the word premium. Now premium is a word that we hear from everybody in every truly wireless earbud marketing gimmick. But with these truly do live up to the word premium, as the entire body of the earbuds and the charging case are made of aluminum. They're not made of any plastic, they don't have any cheap plastic made. Everything is made out of aluminum. Now I was afraid that that was going to add some unnecessary amount of weight, but honestly, it doesn't. It actually doesn't add that much weight to it, and it feels pretty comfortable when you put them in your ears, but we'll get to that in just a second. Taking a look at the wireless charging case, we can see that it has the AKG logo and that's it at the top, which is kind of weird that they put it in the corner. I would have thought they'd put it in the center, but I guess maybe not. Also, you get the metal hinge, which again, no plastic, all metal. You get your wireless earbuds with the indicators left and right on each side. When you turn it around, it says essentially designed with a pairing button. You get a USB-C port with an indicator to tell you when it's ready to charge and when you're fully charged. And then on the bottom, it does have a wireless charger support, so you can wirelessly charge these, and it has all the legal guff. Taking a look at the earbuds themselves, I gotta tell you guys, after you looking at them and using them, they are basically an enhanced version of the Galaxy Bud Plus. Now this makes a lot of sense because when these were announced, the latest headphones at the time were the Galaxy Bud Pluses, which were my former daily drivers, which I enjoyed the hell out of on a daily basis. So coming back to this design was really nice and it felt very comforting because it was a design that I knew I could trust in terms of fit and also in trust of customization, which is something that the Galaxy Buds are starting to lose. So I like that AKG was able to give you a lot of customization right out of the box. Another positive, and taking a look at the earbuds, is that when you look at them, they do look a little big at first when you see them for your size. They do look kind of big, but honestly, they're not that big at all. They actually fit very nicely when you put them in your ears. It's in and twist, and they're very flushed. Now, of course, you do have ear hooks, you have different accessories, so should you want to customize and get a better fit, you can. And lastly, to talk about are the ear tips themselves that they give you. Now, in my experience, I did not enjoy the ear tips. I felt that they were not, how would I put this politely? They were not as comfortable. I felt like they were just very tough, gel kind of tips. They didn't have any softness to them. So that's why I went all in on the memory foam, and I can tell you guys the memory foam makes a big difference with performance, sound, and active noise canceling, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So overall, when it comes to the build quality, these things are top notch. You're not gonna find anything out there better than this. What to talk about is the battery life. Now, the battery life is where we get to our first negative, because these earbuds are rated at 6 hours, which is not bad, but with active noise canceling on is 5 hours. Now, that's not the negative. That's okay. That's relatively average. That's about what you can expect when you use wireless earbuds today. But when we take a dive deeper into the charging case, that is where the negative lies. And I know a lot of you were very critical when I made my video a long time ago talking about the battery life. I stand by what I say, because I have used these for the last few weeks, and these are the only pair of earbuds that I have had to recharge on a daily basis, because the charging case only houses 6 hours of charge. So that's enough to give you only one charge cycle, and that's it. And that is literally not even enough to get you through a full day. Now, some people will say, oh, but you could space it out during the week. That's if you're not a heavy user. But I found in my testings, I took it to the gym, I took it with me to the city, I took it with me everywhere commuting, and it just did not live up to that. It got me through the day, but I had to charge these things every single day. So overall, when it comes to the hardware, interesting internals and design of the earbuds, but not really a big fan of the battery life. Alrighty, let's talk the active noise canceling. Now, one of the biggest things with AKG was that these were the first pair of Samsung earbuds to feature active noise canceling. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I say Samsung? Because if you guys don't know, Samsung owns AKG and Harman as a whole. So technically speaking, Samsung does regulate the releases of these products. So this would have worked out as the first active noise canceling earbuds for a Samsung device. And I'm happy to tell you guys that the active noise canceling actually is a big improvement to their over-ear version, the N400NC M2s. Now, that's probably not a fair comparison, but in all honesty, that was the only active noise canceling product they had at the time. And to tell you guys the truth, after using these, I can say that these do work very good. They do work a lot better. I was impressed this time around. I felt that the active noise canceling was not as strong as I would wanted it to have been, but it does a very good job. Another cool thing that I enjoyed with the active noise canceling was the reduced cabin pressure. And when you use that memory foam, when you get that fit, it all comes together perfectly. Of course though, it is not as strong as newer earbuds like the AirPods Pro, the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros, and also some other headphones out there that I have tested like the Sonys and Bose. So overall, active noise canceling, pretty good, but it could be a lot better. Alrighty, let's talk sound quality. Now, this is the part in the video where I'm gonna play some sound samples for you guys, and then I'll discuss my opinion on that. So I'm not gonna waste any time with that. Let's listen to a few samples from the N400s themselves, and then we will discuss. Now, as you know, sound is subjective, so everything that you guys are hearing is just my opinion, but I am going to tell you guys, I am a huge fan of AKG sound signature. Not only am I a fan of the way they tune the earbuds, but how they blend everything together to make it nice and balanced and also add some depth to the sound. However, this time around, I felt something a little different, I noticed. For starters, they did not have a very nice open sound. It felt a little bit like, I wouldn't say high end, it felt more mid-level. it didn't feel like I could hear more clearness. It felt more in the mid, and that's usually where AKG likes to emphasize. But in comparison to other earbuds and even their Galaxy Bud lineups, sometimes they're able to help with better separation. Even though these do separate very well, the clearness level is a little muddy. I will say though, of all the Galaxy Buds that I have used, the AKG N400s have the best bass that I have ever used on any Samsung wireless earbuds. So these do take the cake with bass that even beats out the Buds Live. But the last thing I want to talk about the sound quality is the default EQ. Now, as you know, I always tell everyone to download their app, any app. If a software comes with earbuds, get them. We will talk about the app in just a second. I was able to tweak it and I did get a better sound signature, but the default EQ is okay. But overall, when it comes to the sound, I really gotta say AKG does deliver, but you may want to tweak them because you'll find a sound sample better in the app. Alrighty, let's talk about the app. When it comes to the app, AKG this time around finally gave more customizable options. But they did something a little different though, because unlike traditional earbuds where each of them can be programmed to do the same thing but with different commands, this time around AKG locked in the commands on the right earbud for the play, pause, skip, return, a Siri Assistant or Bixby Assistant, Google Assistant, whatever, and then on the left earbud you can control only the noise canceling and the ambience. They don't give you a chance to customize on the other side either. But with that said though, you do get a lot of options. They do give you a lot of chances to customize swiping gestures, which I found very, very useful. I also like that the app definitely had auto play and pause, so it didn't matter if you were using an iOS device or if you were using a Samsung phone, you could get the same performance on either level. And lastly, one of the other things that I do like this time around about the app is that even though it is the bare minimum, they do take steps to continue to make it better by allowing you to customize the active noise canceling, the ambient sound, and also firmware updates, but we'll discuss that at the end. Alrighty, last thing to talk about before we end this video, these are IPX7 rated, which are the highest you can get for any Samsung wireless earbuds. And lastly, to finish off, I also want to give you a quick sample of the microphone quality. So here it is. This is a microphone sample of the AKG N400 earbuds. This is what they generally sound like. In terms of the microphone quality, I would say that they are definitely above most of the Galaxy Bud lines, but I do think that there is some room for improvement that can be fixed with a firmware update. But let me hear your thoughts down below. What do you think of the sound quality? So overall, what do I think of the AKG N400s? Well, listen guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish that these had came out a year ago, because if these had came out a year ago, you'd be hearing a different tune from me. You'd be hearing a lot of different things from me right now. But I gotta tell you guys, I don't know why Samsung or AKG, whoever regulated this product's release, waited a full year to release these earbuds and now think it's okay to do it. Because if you guys look at the competition, Soundcore released the Liberty 3 Pros with the Astria Coaxial Acoustic Chamber through 2.0 design. Apple came out with AirPods 3, AirPod Pros. The wireless earbud market is picking up, and AKG doesn't have enough grounding to get their name out there. Sure, the sound quality is pretty good. I do appreciate the customization in the app, and I do like certain things about them. But here are the negatives. The battery life in the charging case, I think, is a joke. I think 5 hours of charge is just a joke. Another negative is also the Bluetooth connection. Now, usually if you have a Samsung device, you could get the scramble codec, which is proprietary to Samsung devices. You don't get that. The only frequency that these things support is AAC. Now, for iOS users, that's fine. And for regular people, that's fine. But usually, when you get a little incentive with buying from the OEM, you don't get that here. Another thing, discussing earbud connectivity, something I didn't even get to mention. If you want to use these separately, you cannot use the left earbud independently. These are one of these earbuds where you have no choice but to use only the right earbud, and that's it. But I will say though, when you use the right earbud, it does have a mono sound and it has better separation in stereo pair. But with that said though, guys, I really don't know if I can recommend them because of how far advanced wireless earbuds have gotten in the last year. If AKG or Samsung, whoever regulated this release, you screwed this product from really being great. And I'm gonna tell you why you screwed this product. Because Taking a legacy company like AKG, using them as a marketing ploy for your Galaxy Buds, did you know better? You killed the one brand that probably could have been the Beats of your ecosystem, like how Apple has Beats, this could have been that. But instead you went all in on Galaxy Buds and you ruined any hype or any kind of market share you could have grabbed with these earbuds. And the only way I can recommend these, is if you are a heavy Samsung user or if you're an earbud user and you really want legacy audio, and I would say if you want a more premium version of Galaxy Buds. But that's all I can say, because again, it's hard for me to say I can 100% recommend them when we have other headphones out there that are doing the same, if not more, than what these can do. And also with a lot of the negatives that I talked about, it's a hard pill to sell. But I will say though, they are on sale right now as of this recording for $50, and when I purchased them they were $70. So if they are still on sale at $50 to $70, that is a perfect price. I think at that price I can recommend it. But for the retail price of $150, I cannot recommend it for $150. But $50 to $70, absolutely. Now again, you are going to have some thoughts and opinions, so I do want to hear your thoughts, guys, down below. But overall, the N400s, they are a good pair, but they were just a little too late to the party, and I think that was Samsung's fault, because you should have just released them when you announced them a year ago, and I think a year ago you probably would have had better luck than now. So that's it for the review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, you can hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, and peace!